There are so many people who think that starting out on their weight loss journey, overnight, they're going to be able to run 10 miles. They're going to be able to do 100 push-ups. They're going to be able to lose 100 pounds in a year. Is that reality? No, not always. You're not going to be able to start out, running 10 miles. You might have to take months to actually train for that. Are you going to lose 100 pounds in a year? No, not always. There are some people who they can't lose maybe 5 or 10 pounds a year, and that's perfectly fine because that's progress. Progress is progress. But a lot of people, they get into this thinking, just overnight, I'm going to clean up my eating. I'm going to clean up all the junk food. I'm going to only drink water, only eat salads. I'm going to be very strict with myself. I'm going to go to the gym every single day, and I'm going to work out at the gym for hours and hours. And then in a year, I'm going to lose all this weight. A lot of times, that's really the quickest way to fail. You have to really realize this is not a sprint. This is not something you're going to do for a very short time. You can be doing this for a few weeks, a few months. But really, if you're really serious, this is a lifelong journey. This is a lifestyle change. I know that word gets thrown around so much, and a lot of people really don't understand what it means. And they think a lifestyle change is a diet. Well, when you have a lot of people who say they're on a lifestyle change, but they're really on this crazy diet, I understand why. I understand that I've lost 100 to 106 pounds, depending on the day, that I'm not going to lose, all this weight overnight. Even if I get to my goal, guess what? I'm not done. If I turn around and reach my goal, and then I start slacking off, and I start eating fast food again, and I start, going back to where I was, well, guess what? I'm going to be back where I started. Is that what I want? No. So this isn't something you're going to do for just a short time, because really, if you're just in this for a short time to once I reach my goal, then I can quit, you don't really understand what a true lifestyle change is. I've lost 106 to 100 pounds. It just depends. And I still have about 70 pounds I need to lose. Now, I did lose 135, but, if you watch my videos and know my story, you understand, what happened with that when medical issues and tumors and all that craziness. Now, I could have just thrown my hands up and quit, but I'm not. Even if I had to start over, I'm not going to quit. I understand that this is something that I'm going to have to do the rest of my life. And that is really what a lifestyle change is. It's not thinking I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do so great and then I'm just going to magically in a year have all this done. It's not really going to happen that way. And a lot of people, if they really start off extremely strict, if they cut out everything they love, thinking, I can't have that, I can't have this. Well, first of all, you can have it, just in moderation. And I'm not really a big fan of cheat meals because I know my cheat meals can be more than one. So I try to avoid that. I don't really do the whole cheat meal thing because I know that if I did a real true cheat meal, it would just ruin all the progress I've made for the week. So I don't really do that, but I know a lot of people, they look forward to it and that works for them, and that is perfectly fine. It just does not work for me. But if you turn around and you just quit doing everything you like, if you don't eat cookies, if you don't eat sodas, drink sodas, if you just cut everything out, you're going to fail. Why do you fail? Because you're not supposed to restrict yourself of everything that you enjoy because you're on a diet. Diets are the quickest way to fail. Because when you decline yourself of simple things you enjoy, you get to where you don't want to do it anymore. You fail, you crave it, you binge it, and then you're like, oh, well, I tried. I can't do it. I tried. Well, you know what? Even if you make a mistake, just try again tomorrow. Now, if I want a cookie, I'm going to eat a cookie. I try not to eat the whole bag. If I want to go to the gym, I know that I'm not going to be able to run 10 miles the first time. I know it's going to take me longer than a week to get there. I know that I'm not going to lose 10 pounds a week, 30 pounds a week. I'm not going to drop 100 pounds in a month. And a lot of people, they really think that they're not doing it right. They're failing, that they can't do this because of natural progress of weight loss. It is not going to be a straight shot where you're just going to lose weight. You're never going to gain it. That is not reality. Look at me. I lost 135 through medical reasons. I gained 80 in 6 months. I went from 330 plus to 195 to turn around in 6 months be 272-ish, because they started hiding the scale from me. I'm now 230, 236. It really depends on the day. And I understand that shit happens. Things happen where I could just throw my hands up and quit. Am I going to? No, because this is not a diet for me. I understand that this is something I will do the rest of my life. There will be ups, there will be downs, there will be setbacks, there will be things that happen that you cannot control, some things that you can control. There will be days where you don't feel like going to the gym. You just want to binge on burgers. That is perfectly fine. That is part of this. And a lot of people think that the second they give into that weakness, the second that they fail at it, they fail. And to me, I don't believe in failures. I think failures are lessons learned to make progress. I think the only reason that you completely fail in this is if you quit. That's all. So as long as you're trying, you can make a million mistakes. Mistakes are proof you are trying. And you know what? I have the utmost respect for people who fail. Because when you fail, you're trying. So I have the utmost respect for you. And for someone who doesn't fail because they don't even try, I don't have that much respect for you, because the person who fails every single day, they're trying. And that is the most important thing. But you have to realize that it takes time. You may lose 10 pounds the first week. You may lose 20 pounds the first month, but 3 months into it, I haven't lost anything. Like right now, after my surgeries, I lost almost 50 pounds. 30 pounds pretty much came off almost immediately. Then I struggled for 20. Now I've been at the same weight, fluctuating up and down a few pounds for 4 months. 4 months. Of course, there are days where I'm like, why do I do this? I work out. I go to the gym. I'm doing everything right. I'm not losing weight. Why do I do this? That's normal. That is perfectly normal. Now, I understand I'm not quitting. I'm going to go back to where I was. I'm not quitting. But I understand that it happens. Your body is crazy. What works for you will not work for me. What works for me a month ago won't work for me now. You have to change things up. And you just have to realize it's a progress. Any progress is progress, regardless if it's the scale. A lot of people put so much weight on that scale. And I'm kind of guilty of that too. I get on the scale and I see it's the same and I kick it. And then I almost broke my toe. So I try not to kick it because it hurt. But you put so much weight and so much value into yourself over that stupid little scale. And we're all guilty of it. Even the very best of us are guilty of it. But try not to just value yourself on that scale. It doesn't show the progress you've made. It cannot show all the inches you've lost. I mean, I have got on the scale and I've lost nothing. And I measure myself, and I lost 3 inches off my waist. Did I just go by the scale? No. And one more thing, take pictures. Now, when I gained all the weight from my surgeries and from the tumors, I was so broken from the weight gain, I did not take pictures. I did not measure myself because I knew at the time I could not handle it. I was so upset by the weight gain that I couldn't handle it. And I kept telling myself, you're going to regret it later. You're going to regret it later. And I really do now, because sometimes you don't see the progress. You can get on the scale, and even if it go down a little bit, you don't see it. Well, pictures are very good for that, because sometimes you don't see it, but if you take pictures, they can show it. Now, my pictures, I don't ever put my before picture as really close and my after picture is really tiny, because I don't think that's very accurate. I don't do that, because it makes you look like you've lost more weight than you have, and that's not really going to do anybody any good if you're kind of faking the pictures a little bit. But if you really want an accurate measurement of what you've done and progress you've made, even if the scale or even if measurements are not showing it, take pictures, put them side by side. You can do it every 2 weeks, every month, and that can show a little bit of progress. Also, if you really want to know a little bit more progress, if you can do an extra minute at the gym, if you can get on the treadmill and do an extra 30 seconds, if you can do an extra minute on the elliptical or the bike, or you try a new workout and you can raise your weights a few, progress. That's progress. Those are called no-scale victories, and those are victories. So just because the scale doesn't show it, just because, your measurements, or, even your eyes, because you are usually going to be the last person to notice any results. I have so many people, even now, tell me, you've lost weight. And I'm like, no, I haven't, not at all. And they keep telling me I have. I don't see it. But obviously, I've had about 10 different people tell me in the last month. And sometimes you are the very last one to see it. So just don't think that the scale is number one. It's not. Any progress is progress. If you're drinking more water, it's progress. If you're eating healthier, that's progress. If you're having one less soda a week or one less trip to the fast food place a week, that's progress. Again, it is not something overnight. You are not going to wake up and just be miraculously, all fitness guru. It's not going to happen. It takes a very long time, especially when I first started. I knew absolutely nothing. I knew about this diet or that diet or, starving yourself or ally pills or, I knew all those little tricks. Did they work? No, not at all. But when it came to being healthy, did I know anything? No, I thought I just won't eat any sugar. I won't eat any fast food. I just will, starve myself. I'll go to the gym. No sodas. And guess what? It lasted like 3 days. I got hungry. I got angry. And then I binged. And then I'm thinking, well, I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't understand how all these people do it. It's moderation. Moderation in realizing that this is a lifetime. It is not a sprint. And if you're really in it for the sprint, you're not really in it for the whole lifestyle change. And I know when I first started, I wasn't. I just wanted to be skinny. I was 330 something pounds. I was a size 30. I just wanted to be skinny. Well, eventually that went from being skinny to being healthy, to being fit. And I'd rather be fit. Even though I'm so heavy, I'm very, very fit. I'm actually one of the most fit people I know. There's a lot of people who are skinnier than me, but they can't walk down the block without getting out of breath. And I can do the elliptical for 2 hours with barely breaking a sweat. So, just because you're heavier doesn't mean you're not fit. A lot of people, they always think that if you're skinny, you're in shape. That's not true. A lot of people, they don't understand that just because you're skinny, you can technically be skinny obese. And I guess I need to make a video about that. So again, this is not something you need to stress about over a week. It is something you need to learn. You need to just ease into it. Once a week, just remove one thing from your diet. Instead of going to fast food 5 days a week. Because I know I used to live at the fast food restaurant. I was there 2, 3, 4 times a day. So cut it back a little bit. The next week, try not doing it twice. Try bringing your lunch twice a week instead of, none. And then slowly just progress. And that's what it is. It is not just jumping into this head front, wondering why I can't do this. Because it's hard. Nobody can do it. If you cut out every single thing you enjoy, if you kill yourself in the gym, are you going to really enjoy fitness? No. So if you don't enjoy it, you're going to make it a chore. You're going to end up hating it. Now, are you going to do something you hate every single day for the rest of your life? No. That is why you fail, because you hate it. Make it fun. I like doing the elliptical. I enjoy it. It is fun to me. I know I should do more weight training and doing my bike, but it kind of hurts my butt. But I know I need to do a lot of other things, but I enjoy the elliptical. I enjoy swimming. So I try and make it fun. I go to the elliptical, I put my music on, I think I'm at a concert, and I enjoy it. So you have to make sure it's something you enjoy. If you like cookies, try and lighten them up a little bit. I have another video about making simple swaps. It's just simple swaps. You can still have what you like and just lighten it up. If you want a cookie, get the box stuff or make it from scratch. And instead of using oil and egg, use water, soda water. It does make it more cakey, but I like that. You can use it with muffins. You can use it with cupcakes. You can use it with any kind of thing. It is a little bit different. It's not like a cookie, but it's still delicious. And you know what? It's a lot less calories. It's still not perfect, but it gets rid of that craving. So I enjoy it. I don't feel like I'm depriving myself. So I don't hate it. And that's the biggest thing. If you're going to hate it, you're not going to do this. And I really do want you to succeed. That is my wish for you. Succeed.